Hi guys, it's KJM from Kingston Expressions, and today I am doing something really different. I am going to try to do a synthetic wig install while reviewing the latest Hallmark movie that premiered last night at 8 p.m. Eastern, Love in the Maldives. This is a great way to join two of my loves, Hallmark plus wig installations. But I feel like I need to preface that if you're not a Hallmarky, this is a great way for you to get a taste of what they're doing, especially in 2023 over there, as far as like diversity and inclusion and storylines. And then if you're someone that you've never seen a wig install, this would be great for you too. In case you ever want to shake up your look and you can't make it to the hair salon and you just want to figure out if you can hook yourself up. So I'm going to try. It's probably going to be a crap show. I'm going to really try not to curse. You guys know I'm from Kingston and then I grew up in northern New Jersey. So I'm going to try so hard to just be myself but not drop the F-bombs as I go and keep it clean for the Hallmark people. Alrighty, so I'm going to give Love in the Maldives, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't really anything spectacular unless you're talking about the views, honey. So 7 out of 10, that's where we're starting. All right, let's get into this whole wig install along with the review. Couple things I want to tell you guys. I'm not a professional, and so I'll probably make mistakes. And of course, I'm a bit nervous doing this on camera because I think I've only attempted to do a wig install on camera one time. But I know that I recently read an article, or maybe it was a series of tweets, about how every Black woman in her lifetime should have locks so that she can have get up and go hair. I kind of disagree. I think locks are super beautiful, but I think people that are in the wig community definitely can have get up and go hair too. It doesn't mean you got to sit in someone's chair. You just got to learn how to hook yourself up. I think if locks is something that you're really interested in doing, sis, just go ahead and do it. But there are other alternatives, and you can actually do both, because all you need to do is make sure you have your hair neatly under a wig cap, and you can go from locks to a wig. Now, in the wig community, there's a big thing between synthetics and human wigs. I wear both. I think there's a time and place for both, and that's what I'm trying to share. Right now, I'm on the synthetic tip. This was a synthetic wig from Friday Night Hair. Go to my IG because I've already taken some really beautiful pictures in this wig. I hate to take this wig off, but the only way I can do a proper wig install is to do like a brand new wig that I haven't cut yet, and it's one on Amazon. Now, one thing I will tell you about Amazon synthetic wigs is it's not like Friday Night Hair, which is a company out in Texas that makes both human and synthetic wigs, though I've never ordered their human wigs. This is mainly, I've only mainly ordered their synthetic wigs, not human. I think I just said that right. For Friday Night Hair, they pluck their hairline. It's very natural. They've got the hard, scratchy lace that you don't even need to put any adhesives, no glue, no spray. You literally can just clip and go. I always put at least a little spray or some bowl hold jelly or the bowl hold liquid gold. These are all just for temporary installs. Like if you just want to put a wig on for a day, or the Eben New York. I definitely would do that. When it comes to Amazon synthetic wigs, and because I do sleep in them, I definitely do not recommend using the lighter things. I think you're gonna have to reach for your bowl hole active glue, and you're gonna have to get that done. I made the mistake the other day of installing an Amazon wig just using the Eben. Yes, it'll stay for the day, but I told you I like to sleep in my wigs, including my synthetic, which I definitely don't recommend if you wanna carry your synthetics. But because I also work out in these wigs, you know that that's what I do. So definitely for this, I'm going to be using the glue. All right, let's get down to the nitty gritty and let's get into the review. And I apologize in advance. I am a virgin at doing this, not the Hallmark reviews, but definitely at doing the wig installs and mixing these two. You guys let me know how you feel. I'm hoping I can successfully switch this format to horizontal for YouTube. cross your fingers for me because it's about to be a crap show. But here at Kingston Expressions, we like to do things out the box. You guys requested it, and I'm gonna try. Okay, so first things first, sisters. Free yourself. Okay, so I've already kind of got my hair, it's braided down, I have a wig cap on. Now, some of you know about the ball cap method. I'm not about to be doing the ball cap method. This is supposed to be like a quick and easy to go type of style. This is not going to be one of those things where it takes an hour or something, or let's hope it doesn't, because I don't think the Hallmark review is going to be that long. Okay, I've already dropped the wig. Lord have mercy. It's about to be an interesting time. All right, first things first, I'm going to tell y'all is you need to make sure, like I'm sweating now, you need to make sure that you actually rub your skin off, like rub some rubbing alcohol. 91% is better than 70, but right now, because I've already cleaned my skin and I'm kind of fresh out the shower, I'm just going to use a 70%. Now, some tips for this is, if no one's ever told you, if you're new in the game, whether you're using jelly, sprays, or glue, but especially if it's glue, stay away from your hairline, okay? Just stay away from your hairline. But what this is gonna do is this is going to clean up, you're gonna clean up everything. You're gonna just, any residue, leftover makeup, anything that's on there that you didn't get, you wanna clean that up, because it'll really affect your glue or your spray if you don't clean that up well. All right, so then after that, I'm just gonna get into this review. So, love in the Maldives. First of all, I don't know about you, I've been saying Maldives, and according to Hallmark, that's the wrong way to say it. So the Republic of the Maldives is actually in a state in Southeast Asia. It's in between Sri Lanka and India, according to my little quick Google search. Last night's movie starred Jocelyn Hewden and Jake Manley. Now, we all know Jocelyn. She was in From Friend to Fiance with Ryan Purvey, my Auntie P's favorite, Hallmark male actor. Shout out to Ryan. And they had tons of chemistry in that movie. You guys may have not noticed Jocelyn because she literally had dark hair, which I really loved her dark hair. That's what it needed to be, but there goes Hallmark, switching things up and doing the little dirty blonde stuff. And they did that with Jake as well. So Jocelyn plays Ray. She is an adventure columnist, and she is being sent to the Maldives to write an article on a resort. Wow, my light just went off. Okay, I'm hoping that's good luck. So on a resort, she's supposed to write an article on the resort. And instead of writing an adventure article, but she likes adventure stuff. So as soon as she lands, she meets Jake, Jared. Sorry, Jake is his real name. She meets Jared, who is the program director of this resort in the Maldives. And it is spectacular. The views and the sights and all of that stuff is just spectacular. Okay. So one thing else I'm going to tell you about these Amazon wigs is make sure that you kind of get them tight to your head because they will slide off because they tend to be heavier than more specialized synthetic wigs like Friday Night Hair. So Friday Night Hair is not too heavy, but with these, baby, you got to make sure. Okay, so where are we? So Ray arrives. I'm guessing Ray is short for Rachel. They never really tell us, I don't think. But anyway, Ray arrives at the resort and she immediately is trying to find this wandering shipwreck. That's her thing. She's like, forget the resort. I want the shipwreck. That's what I'm about to do, right? And that's not really what her assignment was, but that's what she decided she wanted to do. So she meets Jake first day and he tells her he'll teach her everything she needs to know about the resort, but mentions, the myth about the wandering shipwreck. He tells her it's not true. She needs to focus on like real life And for Ray, she still wants the adventure. She doesn't want to be doing yoga at the resort, even though it's offered. She wants the adventure. And her career is kind of writing on this article. But instead of her focusing on the resort, she's still trying to find this wandering shipwreck. I'm not sure what her deal was, but Ray was focused and Jared wasn't having it. Now, funny thing about Ray and Jared in real life, Jocelyn and Jake, y'all follow me if you will, is that rumor has it, according to the Hallmark Facebook page, that these two are married, that they got married last year in Las Vegas. I've seen Jocelyn before. I've never seen Jake before in any Hallmark movies. And there was some speculation. People were saying he looked like he belonged in high school, but according to the Hallmark comments, he is 31 and she's 28, so she's not too old for him. Don't let the bleach blonde hair fool ya. Okay, so what we about to do is, first things first, you need to cut around your ears, okay? Because if you don't cut around your ears, you about to mess this whole wig up. Oh my God, I'm sweating. I am sweating. I am sweating, okay? So I'm gonna turn over here and I'm gonna do, so a lot of people have little tricks for the ears. I kind of just feel my way around it. You will sometimes cut out some of the hair. That's not a big deal. I need to actually cut into it a little bit more. It's not a huge deal, but you definitely want to cut around your ear tabs. Okay, I'm gonna try to get in here. All right, so now Jared is focused on kind of wellness, yoga, relaxation. He's got this whole business plan to take like his mindfulness all around the world, and he's trying to share that with Ray as soon as he meets her, but she's not trying to hear it. First, she's out in the jungle. Yes, my girl put on a hat and she went out in the jungle. She said, forget sunrise yoga. I'm about to be out in the jungle. I'm about to be out here finding an adventure. She starts to have these dreams at night where she's in the ocean, which, by the way, the ocean should be the Indian Ocean, which those views were absolutely beautiful. So she starts having these dreams of swimming in the ocean, and her boss is reminding her that she's really there to give a review for the resort, and she's not really there for adventure because that's her typical thing, and her column is not doing well. Bams. See, that's why we want to get the ears first. Okay, bams. All right. I'm still nervous and I'm sweating. I hope this wig don't fall off my head, but we getting into it. All right, so now that Ray is getting a little bit more used to the island, she stumbles along one of Jared's yoga classes, and in that span of the time, she actually meets a widow as soon as she gets here. So there's a woman there, she's on this journey, and she's there because her husband passed, and she made a list of things that she needed to do to still continue on her life. She's always afraid of eating by herself. And Ray tells her, don't be afraid, because Ray's articles or her blog, her continuous thing that she does is titled Reservations of One. She travels alone. She eats alone. Ray is comfortable about that. And I think we start to notice that Ray may be a bit of a commitment phobe, that perhaps she likes being reservations of one because then she doesn't have to dive in and have deep feelings about anything. Okay? Now, y'all want to make sure that you don't make the back too tight, but I have a small wig head, so I'm trying to see right now if I need to make this tighter, because you don't want any of the little clips inside to rub against your ears at night. So I'm trying to decide if I need to go a smidgen tighter, but I think I'm good. You know what? Let's take it off for a second. We're not going to be afraid. So I'm going to show y'all what I do. Because I have a small wig head, I crisscross inside. Now, I don't really use the clips except for the back clips. That is a personal choice for you. But middle clips and things like that, I don't want to get a headache. Oh, this one doesn't have a middle one, thank God. So it's just got two side ones. These are what the clips look like, and then a back one. So I'm only going to use the back one. All right, so I just had to double check. My God, I'm still sweating. So I'm going to dab my head again with the alcohol because sweat is bad. Whether you're using spray or anything like that, you do not want to be perspiring. Alrighty, so now Ray and the widow, they're hanging out, and Ray is starting to get to know Jared a little bit better. At first, he's kind of sad that she's not taking to his wellness stuff right away because that's Jared's passion. But Ray is a bit difficult. She just is. She wants what she wants. That's how she rolls. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, and that's what happens when you're a commitment phobe. And trust me, I understand because I have been a commitment phobe my entire life, and I'm just now working on it, so I can feel Ray on that. So anyway, Ray keeps asking Jared to show her where the wandering shipwreck is. He keeps telling her it's not real, but he starts to show her more of the Maldives. We see them jump in a boat. He goes to another part of the island, and he goes and visits some friends, and we finally see some brown people. Because I was like, Hallmark, y'all got this so whitey white, nothing against white people, but we are in a brown, we're in Southeast Asia. So I expect to see brown people all over the place, including the resort. But not until we go and visit Ray's friends do we really see it. So he has a friend, Zara, her husband, her brother. These are all beautiful. I don't know if they call them Maldivians or Maldivians. Okay, I don't know if I've said that right. But anyway, beautiful brown people. So after she goes and has dinner at Zara's house and everything like that. No, before she even has dinner at Zara's house, honey, he takes her to a part of the ocean where these little turtles are going to be released into the ocean so that they can grow big and then come back as like bigger like sea turtles or something like that. It was that part was kind of weird for me, but I was like, okay, Hallmark, you must know something I don't know, so I'm just gonna let it go. All right. So when that happens, they go to Zara's house. They have a beautiful dinner. Ray is raving around the food, and her and Jared end up staying at the resort with the brown folks, the beautiful brown folks. And then she's taking in all this island stuff. Okay, I'm putting the glue. I like to put it on here because I'm going to use a popsicle stick to kind of put it around the parameters. And I just like to have it out here just to work on the layers. So anywho, now, after they hang out and everything like that, they spend the night at Zara's house because it's kind of far. They have to take a boat to go back to the resort. And so now these two start to really realize they like each other a little bit more than they probably should. Okay? These people got feelings. They got feelings. And so they're both trying to fight it because Jared's been hurt by this woman named Monica that left the island a couple years ago that he thought he was going to build his life with, and then she ended up meeting somebody else. We later find out Monica got married and she's returning to the island just to say what's up to Jared, and that's about it, So that's how it's going to be. So anywho, now they go back to the resort, and on the way back to the resort, Jared decides that he trusts Ray enough to actually share the location of the wandering shipping wreck. So they go out there on their little boat and they dive into that beautiful Indian Ocean. And guess what, baby? Ray comes up with a little piece of gold. Okay, and it was real gold. Jared tells her this is real gold, baby. So she realizes that this is not a legend. The wandering shipwreck exists, but only a few people know. Jared has only shared it with a few people, and he shares it with Ray. But he lets Ray know that she can't write about it in her article. And even though she can take pictures there, just don't really show it with anyone. It's just for her memory. So it's like now their place. She's in his circle of trust. Oops. But Ray forgets that when she uploads the pictures, it's a shared drive that her and her editor share. So now her editor goes through her pictures, and her editor's like, forget the resort review. Go ahead, give me the deets about the location of the wandering shipwreck. That's the story I want. Now, Ray freaks out, and before she can even tell Jared that this all would happen accidentally, Her editor calls the resort and she's booking all these camera crews to come out here and look at the shipwreck. Honey, it was a mess. It was a mess, okay? So all this distrust between two people who we know are commitment phobes, okay? Especially Ray. All this distrust, okay? So now everything is just a mess. Ray's upset. Jared's upset. Jared gets on his little boat and he storms off. I think the thing about Hallmark that's very interesting and it annoys some people is that their recipe is there's always a misunderstanding between two people and then one storms off before it's ever clarified. I know that's their recipe and it's a bit annoying. And actually in this movie, they had two little misunderstandings, but the first one was cleared up. When Monica showed up at the silent disco, baby, they had a silent disco where you don't want to upset the fish above you because everything is see-through glass and you can see the Indian Ocean with the fish in there, but you can hear the music through your ear pods. I thought that was so dope. So as they're at the silent disco, Monica shows up. Ray figures out who Monica is because the widow had met Monica already. Okay, so now Jared had to go hang out with Monica. So Ray was thinking he's getting back with her, but she finds out a few minutes later when Jared finds her on the beach that Monica's here with her husband. Monica's happily married. She's not trying to be with no Jared. And Jared already knows his heart is doing pitty pat for Ray. Yes, honey. So I don't know if it's all the blonde dye that was in people's heads in this movie, but it was a lot of confusion. And the funny thing is, one of the critiques for this movie was that these two people didn't really have chemistry, much like Alexa Peña Vega and Carlos, I think her husband, right? And it's true, those two really don't be having no chemistry. Me and Megan are like, are they really married with 3 kids? But they really don't have any chemistry on Hallmark movies. It's terrible, right? So now, I think for Jocelyn and Jake, aka Ray and Jared, I didn't think it was that they lacked chemistry. First of all, I hated both of their hair colors. And a lot of people don't realize this, but Hallmark will give even the white people bad wigs. They'll color their hair. I know a lot of people are thinking it's just black people when they get on Hallmark. But no, they also give the white folks bad wigs too. I've been watching Hallmark now probably a good 15 years. And especially Nikki DeLoach, they be giving her them bad wigs. Them bad wigs with them terrible ass bangs. And sometimes they mess Taylor Cole up too. She be looking a mess. Okay, but they don't do nothing to Lacey's hair, baby. Whatever that's in Lacey's contract and Autumn's contract, and I think even Allison, the Wedding Veil crew, baby, whatever that's in their crew, whatever that's in their contract, everybody need to get on Hallmark because I don't think I've ever seen Lacey's hair look a mess. It's always in place. The most they may do is like lighten it up a little bit and that's it. So we're going to wait for this to kind of clear. I'm not going to put too many layers on because I don't know, but you're supposed to let it get clear. And mind you, this is not on your edges. This is around the peripheral. You're supposed to let it get clear first before you do anything to it. So we're going to sit. So I'm going to sit here and tell you the rest of the story. So anywho, I didn't think that Ray and Jared lacked chemistry, even though we know they're married in real life. I think that this movie just lacked depth. But I think what it lacked in depth, it gave us in views. It was some of the most beautiful views from looking at the little sea turtle. The cinematography was very good. Zooming in on the water, zooming in on the market in the Maldives. And you see all these beautiful brown people walking around. Okay, Hallmark, with your diversity and inclusion. So now how does this all wrap up? How it all wraps up is Ray decides she's not going to write the article about the wandering shipwreck. What she's going to do is stay true to herself and actually write the article about the resort that she's at and her experience in the Maldives, falling in love. She wants to go from reservations of 1 to table for two. And baby, that's exactly what happens. She finds Jared in his little secluded hiding place. She lets him know that she wrote a different article. Her editor calls and says she loves the article. This is the first article where Ray has put passion. She's put herself into it, and she's forever a changed woman. Much like how I'm changing wigs. So this was how Ray started. This is where Ray is going once this glue dries. That's exactly what's happening. So it was a beautiful thing. So now Ray and Jared are now a table for two. She writes her articles all around the world, and she travels with him as he does his whole wellness, yoga, conscious mind thing, and really introduces people to it. And these two are together, and you still see them in the beautiful, diving in the beautiful Indian Ocean, and it was what it was. Now, as far as views, this movie had it. The scenery was just beautiful. All right, let's go into some of the critiques. So I told you I'm giving this movie a 7 out of 10. Any movie that's above a 7, if it's on again, I will watch it, but it wasn't necessarily a favorite. It missed a little bit of depth. A lot of people on the Hallmark Facebook page complained that Jared, aka Jake's hair, they really kind of hated it. They said he gave them a high school feeling. I think some of the Hallmark people, and these are the older people, I think they're actually ageist, but like reverse. I think they had a problem with the fact that he was very young looking, but according to other people, he's 31 years old. So no, he wasn't a high schooler trying to date this grown woman. And I think blonde aged Jocelyn. I think in her dark hair, she would look like the 28 that she is. But I think in this dirty blonde business that they had going, that they were both matching this surfing hair, I think it just really didn't work for her. Now, another complaint or critique that some Hallmarkies had was that this particular resort, and it was dope. Okay, so like her bedroom in her actual hotel room was on the second floor, and the whole ocean covers it. She wakes up and she sees fish, even sharks, over her head swimming. So some Hallmarkies were complaining like, Hallmark, why are you showing us stuff that we're not about to afford? It's just out of our budget. And to that, I would say, okay, save up for this vacation. Hallmark is trying to manifest for you. They're trying to let you know where you're about to go. Okay, so this is what's about to happen. Okay, I think this glue is almost dry. It's almost dry. So I'm gonna give it 2 more seconds. So that's literally some of the critiques. I mean, the only problem I had for me is the last couple weeks, the movies that I've been seeing, it just seems like Hallmark has been thinking about them like in a second nature way, instead of really thinking about them in a deep way like they did the Wedding Veil trilogies. These movies are just okay. They're not really doing much for me, and then some of them are downright bad. But here was a good change. Hallmark finally heard me, and they did a preview for next week's new movie, which I think is called The Professional Bridesmaid, but it's starring Hunter King, and I really don't like her movies. She was in that Royal Corgi movie, and besides those cute Corgi dogs, that movie was a... Then she was also in Hidden Gems from last summer. It was the first scenic movie Hallmark has had that I thought was complete crap. I don't really like Hunter King's acting, but I am still willing to tune in and give her a try. So it was nice to finally see a new movie preview, because for the last couple weeks, the only preview we could get on Hallmark was for the show Ride. And I already told you I'm not about to go to the rodeo. But if you guys are watching Ride, please write in and tell me what you think about it so far. I really loved The Way Home. I'm so sorry that the first season is done. I'm so excited that they got renewed for a second season. I don't think you can beat that show as an original series. And I don't care how many rodeos they have over there. It's just not going to work for me. So you guys let me know. All right, we're almost done. So I think as far as diversity and inclusion, it was nice to see what's happening over in the Maldives and to get a taste of South Asian culture. And I said a taste because y'all sent 2 white people out there. So it was just a little bit of a taste. It was a bit of a tasting. I thought that was pretty good. I love the scenery. I think the fact that April just started and in some states it's still super duper cold. I think it was highly needed that, that Hallmark give us some views. Okay, I don't really usually do this way, but some people prefer to do it this way so you can cut the lace. I usually just go half in and go around, so I don't know what I've done here. Baby, y'all work with me. Y'all work with me, because this is about to be some stuff. And I'm sweating, so that doesn't help. So I'll probably have to go in and do more work than I'd like to do because I am sweating. And sometimes to customize your wigs, you will have to cut in a little bit more than you want into the wig. Wow, it's about to be a whole hot mess. Sometimes you will have to cut in more than you want, but when it comes to your synthetic wigs, don't be afraid to cut, even if it's just like a little piece of hair like that, because the main thing you want, baby, is you want it to look realistic. Now I'm gonna have to run some more glue on these edges, okay? So I'm just letting you know, because I'm sweating, I think it's not drying the way it should. And that's what nervousness will do to you. Oh, baby, this a look a mess here. Mega fix it. Okay, so couple ways to fix this. Okay, this is literally like sliding off my daggone head. So I'm gonna try to clip in the back, and I'm gonna go in with the glue again. Oh, child, like I could easily tell y'all that this is done, even though it's not done. But I'm gonna go in with the glue, and then I'm gonna add some spray on the inside and outside. And I'm not gonna turn on my blow dryer, because if I did that, that's probably really gonna sound annoying to those of you that were just watching the Hallmark reviews. But anyway, I wanted to do something different. I don't know how this is all gonna turn out. And it kind of sucks because I really should have had my blow dryer out here so I can make this easier on myself. Matter of fact, I'm about to get my blow dryer. Hold on. Kick this wig to the side. Now, Hallmark is a passion of mine, and I know that there are a lot of Black women that love Hallmark, love Lifetime. Sorry, y'all, but I'm out here sweating and regretting. So now I'm gonna have to do a little something. I'm gonna have to do a little ditty. Rosca, the little ditty. So the cutting was good. That's definitely not the problem. Perhaps if I could just stop sweating from, being worried about this not coming out the best, because I don't typically be having these problems often. So hold up, wait up, Mr. Lover. Like Chris said, you a sexy mother. Yeah, I like them real wild. Yeah, me and Salt and Pepper out in here, because we about to get this done. Oh my God, I am so sweating. This is like not even funny. Super duper sweating. So I'm mixing this with the Eben, and I'm definitely not done because I have to tie it up. But I want to give y'all, I wish I'd had the blow dryer in, like a taste. I don't know how people be doing this, because my upper light died. It's just a hot mess. Ooh, and my blow dryer just did some shit. It wasn't, some crap. Sorry, it's the Jersey in me. It just did something it wasn't supposed to do. So this is not all the way done. It's not, but it's almost there. Oh, Jesus, on the mountain. I never knew a wig install was gonna be like this. Okay. I think what I'm gonna do is I gotta really finish this off camera, But you guys get the gist of it all. See, I gotta finish the front. I have to go under and put some more glue because like I'm sweating. And I actually don't have any glue right here. This is just a mess, but this is the color I'm gonna be rocking. All right, I'm gonna try to stick with it. I'm gonna try to not give up on myself, even though I'm sweating and I think my blow dryer just like died. It just did something it wasn't supposed to do. Whew. Sorry, y'all, I let the S word slip. I did. And like I told you, the lace on these different Amazon wigs, baby, they ain't nothing to play with. They like Wu-Tang. They are nothing to play with. So you really got to make sure you know what you're doing, all right? Woo-cha! And I still haven't gotten the blow dry to work. Okay, give me a second. I know what I'm going to so. And then, of course, by doing that, I turned off the other light. This is so much fun. I don't know how people do wig installs on camera constantly. And the sad thing is, if you guys weren't right here, I would be... No, my blow dryer is... So it's not with the plug. It's something... Oh my God, did I kill my blow dryer? Okay, so... I'll have to worry about that in a second. So I'll put this light back on so you guys can see what I'm doing. I told you I was going to be something. So what you do here, you honestly, a blow dryer is nice, but if you can, what is even more fabulous is if you could, see what I'm doing here. Lord of mercy, I think I put this wig too forward. Y'all gonna be out here. But what I will basically do when I'm off camera is blow dry it, tie it down, and blow dry it. So this wig did not really come out as nice as I wanted it to. But when I'm done, I'm gonna go put in the finished touches off camera. And when I'm done, I'll do, probably tomorrow, do like a little quick video so you guys can see what it's looking like. But definitely sweating, being nervous, doing a wig install, it's all like, it's not the tea. But just so you can get like a full idea, and it is a synthetic wig. And I'm gonna tell you this, I like synthetic wigs because I love color. And I think if you need quick color, but you don't wanna spend a lot of money, and you just need it for a night, then a synthetic wig is the way to go. All right, it's KJM from Kingston Expressions. Yeah, the wig review side kind of went left, but I was really trying to do something different today. You guys let me know how you feel. As far as the Hallmark movie Love in the Maldives, I loved it enough to give it a 7 out of 10. I definitely would like Jocelyn back in her dark hair. The blonde was kind of washing her out, and y'all had her seeming like she was out here dating a kid when actually Jake, her husband, is actually older than her. All right, guys, it's KJM. I'm out. I'm sweating. And this is like all the pressure, but it's me. All right, I'm going to go finish working on this. I should have chosen like an easier wig, like one of the Friday night hair wigs and not the Amazon wigs. But you live and you learn, and that's how life rolls. All right, I'm out. Bye.